Mandala is a circular pattern that holds profound significance in Buddhism and Hinduism. The mandala symbolizes completeness, perfection, and fulfillment in life. Additionally, this circle represents the concepts of cyclicality, eternity, and perpetuity in the human world. The term mandala originates from the root manda, meaning essence, with the suffix la, later added to signify containing. Thus, mandala is interpreted as containing the essence. The mandala image represents the body and mind of the Buddha. In esoteric Buddhism, the principle of mandala reflects the presence of the Buddha within oneself, without necessarily requiring the presence of deities. These deities may be symbolized as a wheel, a tree, a piece of jewelry, or any other symbolic manifestation. Mandala is one of the most prevalent patterns in art, characterized by circular designs. The name derives from the Sanskrit language, an ancient Indian language, meaning circle. However, in the context of Buddhism and Hinduism, the circle is a profoundly meaningful symbol, with no beginning or end. Therefore, the mandala represents the universe, encompassing both the external and internal worlds. The mandala circle symbolizes perfection, completeness, and fulfillment in life, while also embodying the notions of cyclicality, perpetuity, and eternity in the human realm. Each color in a mandala carries out its own symbolic meaning. For example, white represents purity, clarity, and perfection. It is often used to signify beginnings, light, and faith. Black symbolizes mystery, depth, infinity, and power. It is frequently used to represent transformation, rebirth, and connection with the subconscious. Red represents energy, strength, passion, and enthusiasm. It is often used to signify life, love, and vitality. Blue symbolizes peace, tranquility, trust, and wisdom. It is commonly used to represent the sky, the ocean, and harmony with nature. Yellow represents wisdom, joy, optimism, and prosperity. It is often used to symbolize the sun, light, and abundance. According to historical records, mandala appeared in India in the 5th century BCE and was introduced to Tibet 2 centuries later. The mandala was inspired by Mount Meru in Indian mythology. A mandala consists of a sacred mountain and its center, surrounded by 7 smaller mountains, arranged in a concentric circle. Within the mandala, there are 3 realms: Aratyat-Dhatu, the formless realm; Rupat-Dhatu, the form realm; and Kamad-Dhatu, the desire realm. In Buddhism, mandalas represent various aspects of Buddhist teachings and traditions. A mandala typically symbolizes a palace at its center, with 4 gates in 4 directions, enclosed within several concentric circles that form protective barriers. Beyond the palace lie additional concentric circles. The outermost circle is often adorned with stylized flames, resembling a ring of fire. Each layer of circles represents spiritual stages, symbolizing the transformative process one must undergo to reach the sacred territory at the center. The next inner circle features Buddhist symbols such as thunderbolts, diamonds, or wheels, representing the Noble Eightfold Path, symbolizing strength, wisdom, and indestructibility. Following this is a circle of 8 charnel grounds, representing the 8 aspects that bind a person to the cycle of rebirth. Finally, the innermost circle is inspired by the lotus flower, symbolizing spiritual rebirth. The earliest reference to mandala is believed to be found in a text made of sand, documented in the Blue Annals, an ancient Tibetan Buddhist text also known as the Treasury of Lives. The mandala circle, with its intricate designs, represents the universe from the perspective of an enlightened being, mapping the succession of events from the historical Buddha 2,500 years ago to the present today. Today, mandalas come in diverse variations, with patterns such as geometric designs, flowers, or depictions of Buddhas being common iterations. When gazing at a mandala, viewers often feel relaxed, refreshed, and energized, as these patterns draw their attention away from the external world, focusing it on the other world depicted in the designs. Mandala patterns also convey harmony and love. They awaken the inner instincts of each individual, fostering greater comfort in self-expression and communication. For centuries, mandalas have held a spiritual connection with Buddhism and Hinduism. These patterns represent the journey of exploring both the external and internal worlds. Essentially, the layers of pattern are metaphorical details of the qualities one must cultivate to attain higher wisdom and enlightenment. Moreover, Buddhist monks use sand mandalas to symbolize impermanence and detachment from material possessions. In Hinduism, mandalas serve as a symbol of the connection between the invisible and the tangible. Mandala-inspired patterns carry significant meanings. For instance, the 8-spoked wheel mandala. The wheel has long been a symbol of continuous motion, unceasing, unless acted upon by external forces. Thus, the 8-spoked wheel and mandala patterns symbolizes the rhythmic, cyclical movement of the vast universe. The 8 spokes represent the Noble Eightfold Path in Buddhism, signifying that, regardless of the spiritual path followed, the ultimate truth of life lies in liberation and rebirth. The lotus mandala signifies enlightenment and the profound awakening of the human soul. The sun in the mandala circle represents eternal and positive energy in life, as well as the noble values humanity strives to achieve. In Vajrayana Buddhism, Mandala is a term meaning the unification of compassion and wisdom. Literally, mandala represents the universe, encompassing an outer circle and a central essence. The mandala is like the entire universe, filled with love, with wisdom at its core. Today, mandala patterns are prevalent in daily life, most commonly seen in yoga mats, curtains, bedspreads, pillowcases, or sofa throws. Additionally, symbols in mandalas carry distinct meanings. For example, trees, often symbolizing humans, have roots representing the past, a trunk like a spine, and branches signifying continuous growth and aspiration. Animals, particularly elephants, frequently appear in mandalas. Labyrinths, another common mandala pattern, represent a journey or path culminating in a sense of wholeness and enlightenment. In the field of yoga, mandalas are not merely visually appealing, but also serve as tools for meditation and spiritual growth. By contemplating and gazing at a mandala, yoga practitioners can focus their minds, clear distractions, and enter deeper states of meditation. Mandalas also facilitate a connection with universal energy, bringing balance and harmony to both body and mind. Furthermore, the mystical mandala, with its power to connect and heal, has transcended art and spirituality to become a valuable tool in psychology. It opens a gateway to the inner world, allowing exploration of the subconscious and fostering healing and growth. If you find this journey into the world of mandalas fascinating, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with more captivating content.